Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. We're getting to the business end of the week with this new token reward system in FC26. All of our week 1 tokens have now been released, but the rewards that we want to spend those hard-earned tokens on are still missing. EA have 1 day left to return these rewards before we might have an issue having a lot of tokens and not all the rewards to spend them on. We're going to discuss that today, and additionally, in other EVO news, there is a new EVO that is showing already in-game that'll be coming out on Friday that has a lot of people talking. A massive shooting boost without boosting the overall. Might be good for a Neymar EVO chain if any of you guys are working on those. And speaking of Friday, Path to Glory team number 2 is continuing to be leaked, and we finally got some bigger names to add to this team, but I still think there's a few more that we need to see. Let's talk all about that and maybe a Path to Glory guaranteed pack or player pick today for Wednesday's content. Let's discuss. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up in the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now to evolutions we go, where guys, literally every game you play in this game right now, your opponent has Neymar. I was finally able to pack him yesterday, taking him through an EVO chain, figuring out which chain is the best for him, but I'm waiting for that shooting EVO that I mentioned in the intro to really get his rating up too high. We'll get to that in a bit, but first of all, yesterday we had 2 new evolutions, the first of which is called the Free Kick Mastery, and this is a very niche EVO, as I described it in the stream yesterday, because if you care about Dead Ball Plus or just want to have somebody who can score a free kick the easiest or even put in the best crosses on corner kicks, then this is a decent EVO. But if you don't really care about Dead Ball Plus, or if you don't want that taking up an all-important Playstyle Plus slot on a card in your Ultimate Team, then this is probably not an EVO that you're super interested in doing. Really, the boost here is a bit of a shooting boost and a free kick accuracy boost up to 99 if your free kick accuracy stat is at least 79, and you get the Dead Ball Plus playstyle. Unfortunately, it boosts the overall at +1, so it kind of is a chain EVO, and at least it is free and repeatable twice, but you really have to want the Dead Ball Plus playstyle to do that EVO. Now, the other EVO we had yesterday, I think everybody's interested in. This one's called Final Preparations, and it gives a +2 stat boost to every face stat while giving 5-star, 5-star to the card. You only have to wait, I guess you have to wait a bit of time. It's 2 days to wait for this, but honestly, put a card in here, wait for it, claim it, wait for it again, and you got a 5-star, 5-star card with some pretty crazy stats. By the end of it, it's max 90. So, you know, this is a nice kind of like end chain, or maybe for a card that you're wanting to continue to EVO after this and other chains, this is just a little bit of a stat boost and a giving of the 5-star skills and a 5-star weak foot. A lot of people are creating cards that have 95 stats, at least in pace, shooting, passing, and dribbling if they're an attacker because of this EVO. So for me here, this Dempsey may not even be worth putting into this because it does boost them from an 89 to a 91. But I mean, hey, the +2 with the stat caps being at 95, it is definitely not bad there for a free EVO there in the training camp section of the game. Now, let's keep it moving and go straight to the SBC section, where we had a player SBC yesterday that is very cheap, and that is the Mazraoui right back Moroccan Manchester United SBC. He has got pinged, anticipate, and jockey plus 4-star, 4-star. He cannot be lengthy because he's not tall enough. A lot of people were asking about that yesterday, but he can play right back, center back, left back, and right mid. So a lot of positions there for his card. The play styles are good, and the price is good as well. He's coming in at just 3 squads, 64,000 coins. So if you think Morocco have a chance to do something really crazy in this World Cup like they did 4 years ago, this would be an SBC that you would want to complete. I like that it's cheap, and I honestly think that card is pretty solid as well. First special of the year for Mazraoui. Now, the other SBCs we had yesterday were some pretty good upgrade packs, as expected. First of all, though, we do have a Path to Glory Challenge 3 for a untradeable mega pack there, but we had 2 very unique and interesting upgrade. As we talked about in yesterday's video, we did have the 87 plus by 5 upgrade pack that was released. Now, a lot of people are talking about the requirements of this, and I do agree. The number of Team of the Week and Team of the Season requirements that we have in this game right now is just getting to be too much, because those cards are going to 35,000 coins on the market, and it's getting a bit crazy. They need to be supplied somehow. I mean, sure, you can go and get Team of the Weeks and Team of the Seasons very easily from the 84 plus Team of the Week SBC and other TOTS guaranteed SBCs in here, but still, that's getting way, way, way too expensive for those fodder cards on the market. That's why we're talking about it though. The 87x5 is an inform or a team of the season with an 84 rated squad. I have no problem turning in 84s to that SBC to get an 87x5 though, because I don't know if you're like me, but doing the 83 plus summer tournament player picks and the 84 times 2 packs, you get a lot of 84s. I have tons of 84s in my club, so doing the 84 plus team of the week to be able to do my daily 84 10s and to do the 87x5 isn't that big of a problem, which is why I don't really hate the 84 rated squad with an inform requirement here for this. The inform is, again, a bit annoying, but I mean, hey, I think I packed I packed 2 Path to Glory cards from the 3 of these that we were able to open yesterday. They were fodder cards, but when you see that Path to Glory tunnel, you get the higher rated fodder. It is very nice. So that is a nice upgrade pack. GG's EA for finally changing up the 86x2 and 85x3 cycle that we were on for ages. But this was the player pick that really was a surprise yesterday. The 1 of 3 UEFA winners and TOTS player pick. Yes, that means all the road to the final cards from the 96 rated 5-star team releases that we've had in the past couple of weeks and 93 plus team of the season cards are packable in this pick. Now, it's just 3 squads, 87, 88, and 89, again, requiring a couple of team of the weeks or team of the seasons, but this is just the epitome of a fun little upgrade pack. Yes, it's a gamble because honestly, the pack weight's not that amazing, but there were even a lot of great TOTS cards that we saw packed from these yesterday. And again, the fun with this is you could get lucky and get somebody that's 5-star, and 96 rated from one of the UEFA winners teams. And also, it's pretty affordable and it's just fun. So I'm a huge fan of that SBC. GG's EA for dropping that one in the game. Just a fun little chance at getting something good. That's the sort of content that we just haven't had consistently in this game for quite some time. And it's super nice to have that now. TOTS cards are 35,000 coins on the market though, because of that continued demand that is there. Now, for the rest of the market in terms of fodder, what I'm seeing as I look around is prices still doing pretty good. I mean, 89s are still above 4,000 coins. 90s are about 11 to 12,000 coins. Even the 88s are approaching 2K. If you invested in some of these cards, I think we were hoping to see them rise a little bit more than what they're at right now, but 4.5K is not terrible. I guess I was hoping these cards would go to 6K like they did last week. We're not quite there yet, but hey, maybe there's more SBC content today and into the weekend that will make those cards continue to rise. One last thing about that player pick. This was a nice tweet with a breakdown of why EA maybe priced it the way that they did on the fodder side of things. It is very rare to pack one of these road to the final cards for sure, but there's even a lot of TOTS cards that are above 100K. So, like, I opened it yesterday and I didn't get anything good, but I would highly recommend crafting this. It doesn't refresh. It's a one and done sort of situation, I do believe. But yeah, get that one done just for the fun of it because you could get something good. I mean, the chances are low, but even a very interesting TOTS card that's 95 or 96 rated would be at least a fun card to try at this stage of the game. But the road to the final weight on those yesterday was really, really, really low. Now, let's talk about the market really quick here before we get into all the other news that we have to discuss today. Guys, PTG cards are kind of slipping again. I think there's a couple of reasons for why this is happening, but first of all, we are ending the weekend league, which means people that are opening those weekend league token store packs or player picks that give out these cards tradable, that is going to be ending. The only way these cards are going to get packed are from people packing them tradable from somewhere in the game where there's a tradable pack, and then also in lightning rounds, because EA still is releasing some lightning rounds here or there, but not all the cards are down, just a couple, like this Marmouche, 450K for him when he was 500K most of the day. James Rodriguez is down at 325. Honestly, one of the reasons that these cards have started to drop off as well is because they're being used as coin transfer cards, and we talked about that in the stream yesterday. Being used as a coin transfer card does actually impact the price of the card negatively. Like this Kevin De Bruyne had just a bunch of cards listed up at 1.6 mil flat, and then undercuts in the 1.5s because he was a card being used by coin shops to transfer coins from account to account, which again is something that we're not a huge proponent of. I really don't agree with at all. And it actually is hurting our investments a little bit. So that is one of the reasons why these cards are down, just because they get transferred at low prices, and that just ends up driving the price down. If you understand the coin transfer situation and what those cards are on the market, you understand that it does kind of bring the price down. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to buy that. That is a coin transfer card. See, oh, you guys missed it. I didn't switch the screen. 1.506, a 150K undercut with a starting price of 1.3 mil, like a couple 100K below. Like that is the epitome of a coin transfer card, and that is not helping the market right now with these cards, because these accounts are just listing them up for 1.5 mil, and then it's like actually putting more cards on the market because it's not true supply and demand. So that's one reason why these cards are down. The other reason is I think there are some people as well that invested in cards like Ruben Diaz and Pulisic and maybe even Digne, right? Digne's down about 20,000 coins from where he was. I think some people have seen these cards not go up right away, and they're just really starting to worry, and they're starting to maybe panic sell a little bit. I really wouldn't think that you have to panic too much right now. Again, this is more of a longer term hold for these cards. Again, they are a bit inflated in price from what they probably could be on the market if they were not live, but that's kind of the risk that you play with these cards. And really the profits that will come with these cards is because they are rare and they are going to be live and they are going to be upgrading. So we're playing the long game with a lot of these cards. I'm still holding on to some KDBs, some Araujos, and of course some Christian Pulisic as well, because it is the long game that we're playing. If you want to get active on the market, guys, the trades are still working great. Bruno Fernandes, 1.4 million coins. And what was he yesterday when we looked at him on the video? 1.2. So very good opportunities to still get out there and get on the market on trades. The footbin graphs tell you the whole story. Buy the low, sell the high. The fluctuations are good. You can still make a good amount of coins right now on this market, especially if you're even trading some of these UCL winner cards. They're just super rare, and they just seem to move up even further every day. Pacho's now, again, 1.5. Hakimi is 3 million. Zaire Emery's 2. What? Like, these prices are crazy. Remember when Payeur was 1.2 mil and Kike Nazareth was 1.3 mil on Friday? Bonmati was 600K. Now she's a mil, right? That's crazy. Esme Brooks is actually down a little bit. At least I thought she was over a mil. That must have been a spike. Yeah, it was a spike yesterday that I saw, but a lot of these cards have been rising up. So the market's doing good. Just the PTG cards are not fully going up just yet, but I think the market's going to continue to do good. So if you want to be invested in PTGs, hopefully these cards start to just trickle up now as we get into the weekend. Now, one more thing that I want to discuss is the fact that EA took away our consumable Evos from the store in relation to this week's token grind. That's actually the biggest point of the video that I want to bring up today, is because today's the last day to grind these tokens for week 1. Of course, you see down there weekly limit. I'm at 215 out of 1,000. I got to play today because the weekly limit resets literally tomorrow at Division Rivals Rewards, which is like 1 day from now when I'm recording this video. And if you want to get to 1,000 tokens and kind of take advantage of the tokens that are out this week the most and get the most tokens you possibly can, we have 1 day left for that. Now, I don't know if EA is going to refresh those Evos that they took away, the big 2 Evo rewards that are inside of the token store at Rivals Rewards or not, but we need to have these back soon, man, because the main event Evo is the one that everybody is trying to put on Neymar, because that takes you to a 97 rated Neymar with the crazy 97 pace and 97 shooting and dribbling. Like, that's the Evo, right? The main event. That is the big one that a lot of people want to put Neymar into. Even the other Evo that people want to put him into, the gold standard, which is at the end of this chain right here, that one was taken away as well. That's the 500 token Evo that gives you the National Pride card design, which then in turn would potentially allow you to customize the playstyles and playstyle pluses of that card. So those were taken away. Of course, EA didn't really give us a reason why. They just said they were going to be re-added at a later time. But here's my thinking. For those that have been grinding like crazy and are going to carry some tokens even into tomorrow on Thursday for the store reset, if those Evos aren't there, people are going to be getting up to 2,000 tokens for that main event Evo in the next 2 days at maximum. Maybe even tomorrow people will be at 2,000 tokens, depending on what other content comes out. And that's going to be content that people want to redeem and get. And if it's not there in game, that is going to bring some frustration. So EA, those Evos you took away, you need to bring them back, because literally this is our last day to grind tokens and people are going to be able to claim those tomorrow. And that is a pretty big deal if the rewards that we have been chasing are not going to be there. I mean, obviously we can obtain a 500 token Evo right now. The 2,000 token one we can't, but it's about to be dropping and we're about to have that many tokens. So please re-release those. A lot of you guys in the streams have been asking me, Nate, where's the main event Evo? Where's the gold standard Evo? And I feel you. Like, I'm interested in those rewards as well, but they're not even in the game, so it feels like we can't take them seriously at the moment. So hopefully those get refreshed at Rivals rewards, but this is the Evo that was also starting to draw some attention yesterday. It's in objectives under the Asia and Oceania group. It's all the way at the bottom, and this is a preview of this objective that will be unlocked on Friday for the Alajuela. And this is the second step in getting Maradona, right? Hugo Sanchez was first. This Friday, with the release of Asia and Oceania, will be, of course, the Alajuela. But look at this Evo, guys. It is called Continental Cannon. It gives a max 91 overall card with 3 playstyle pluses, the ability to go up big time in shooting stats, get the finesse and the low-driven plus playstyles, and it doesn't boost the overall of your card. That is ridiculous. We're talking about shot power going to 96, composure going to 96, finishing as well, going all the way up to 96, attack positioning too, and the 5-star weak foot boost being a part of this. And like I said again, the stat or the overall does not get boosted. Like, look at Messi. I could take Messi to 95 shooting from 92 where he's at originally. I could take Odobert all the way up to 96 shooting on his card right there. I mean, I could probably go down and find a whole bunch of items in my club that I could place this Evo on, and it would look crazy. That's the real hype with this. Is just an objective Evo, by the way, guys. This is not something that you have to choose between, like, oh my goodness, is this a reward choice? No, this is, everybody gets this for playing with a few certain players. This is a banger of an evolution. Going to be perfect for chains, going to be perfect for a guy like Neymar as well. That's the one thing I really wanted to mention with this, as so many people are evoing Neymar right now. If you can keep your Neymar at 91 rated, if he's not gone above that, then he will fit this Evo, as he does have the striker position. And, I mean, you maybe have 3 playstyle pluses, but to get 96 shooting on him, if you already have like 91 or 92, that would be an incredibly nice shooting boost to him, unless you're going to put him in the main event Evo. If you're going to do this one and give him that 2,000 token Evo, then it wouldn't make sense because you're already going to 97 shooting anyway. But if you were not going to do that and just keep him as like 3 playstyle pluses and maybe do something like this, if you can keep him down at 91 rated like he is right here, then you'd be able to boost them up to an even better shooting stat than he could have been boosted to through other Evos. So that is an Evo, again, that is in that objective there that will unlock on Friday, and it's a pretty good one, if I do say so myself. Now, let's move into talking about a bit more leaks and then look at today on Wednesday as well. First of all, we've been talking about Path to Glory Team 2. The names were not looking good, but maybe the leakers are just saving those for the end, because we've got 2 big names that have just been leaked to be in this Team 2, and Florian Wirtz is the first one. Of course, live card for Germany. You would imagine he's going to be one of the 4 playstyle plus players. I think that's the second German live card that we have. I do believe I'm forgetting who was the live card. Musiala. Wow. So we have Musiala and we have Florian Wirtz. How did I forget about Musiala? But that is going to most likely be a 4 playstyle plus card. Most likely going to be pretty expensive, and one of the biggest names in this Team 2 so far. And we also have a big name for England. We have Saka in Team 1, Jude Bellingham in Team number 2. So big English star, big German star. We don't have another name of a French player that has been leaked yet. That's the one thing that I'm looking at this Team 1 and I'm thinking, okay, we have Digne, but surely there's going to be another high-rated, maybe 4 playstyle plus French player that will be a Path to Glory as well. Again, this is the full list of names that has been leaked so far, not including those that we just discussed. Marquinhos, Çalhanoğlu, that's Emi Martinez, Isak, Iñaki Williams-Xhaka, Jedi Robinson, Dzeko, Laporte, Kessier, Ark Turkoglu, and Jordan Ayew. So we're still missing some names for sure, because we've got, like, how many cards in packs right now? 3, 6, 9, 30 PTG cards, I believe, are in packs. 40 PTG cards might be in packs right now, if I've done the math correctly there on that screen. So we still have probably another set of 35 to 40 cards that'll be coming for Team number 2. And it looks like they just must have been saving the best names for last, with the Wirtz and with the Bellingham just being leaked. So that's one thing to watch out for today in terms of additional leaks, to see what we get there, as is our Weekend League rewards. This was a really interesting tweet yesterday from FIFA Trading Romania, because he's teasing that whatever the red cards are, the red pick cards, the unique cards that you can only earn with Champs tokens in this week 2 of rewards, whatever they are going to be pretty interesting. He says, expect a few surprises when it comes to the red players and Evos. Evos inside of Foot Champs rewards. Sounds very interesting as well, because right now the only Evo I believe that we have inside of here are 2 cosmetic 25 token evolutions. And, you know, we've got the Olmo, the Berhalter, and the Reece James as red cards, the Festival of Football National Pride cards that we get to customize with our own playstyle pluses and playstyles. But a few surprises, he says. And the fact that he says Evos with an eyes emoji there as well, maybe we are getting a pretty big Evo inside of Champs Rewards. I mean, that's crazy when you think about it. Like, imagine you get your 9, 10 wins in Champs, whatever normal wins in Champs you're going after. Imagine you get that, and then you get to claim an Evo. Instead of packs, player picks, and what Foot Champs rewards normally are, you have the choice to be able to get an Evo. Well, if that Evo is cracked, that's actually pretty interesting, because that's not something we've really ever had the opportunity to do too much of before. So I'll be there for that. I'll see how good it is. I'm saving 100 of my Champs tokens, by the way, for this next week of rewards. I got 9 wins. I faulted the 10. I talked about that yesterday, but I'm saving those. And a lot of you guys have been asking me as well, can you save Champs tokens? I don't see why not. I mean, if you can save these tokens, why wouldn't you be able to save these? I don't think any of those are going to reset. It does say the weekly limit resets, but it's out of 0. So I'll be curious to see if anything crazy happens here in the Champ store on Thursday at Rivals Rewards, because that's interesting. This store resets then as well. So both of these are going to reset at Rivals Rewards tomorrow. That's going to be interesting to watch. So we'll see what is in there. We'll see if we get any more leaks related to that. But also a nice change, which has already been happening to our Evos and objectives, but it's now going to happen for our Evos dropping that actually cost coins as well. We're going to have 3 Playstyle Plus players that will fit Evos starting on Friday. And again, I saw this tweet yesterday and I was like Weaver says here, a bit late IMO. I mean, yeah, we've already had Evos that have allowed 3 Playstyle Plus players and multiple of them, but what he's talking about is like the 100K Donovation Evo or another 125,000 coin type of Evo. Those still, like this one for Hawkeye, is max 2 Playstyle Pluses, so a regular Evo, he's saying, is moving up to 3 Playstyle Pluses. That will be nice to see. We'll be awaiting to see what our kind of big Friday event Evo would be when it comes down to it this weekend for PTG team number 2. Now, let's talk about today's content on Wednesday. Wednesdays have been days that we haven't got too much, but guys, we are 1 day ahead of the World Cup, which not only means that there could be a nice little SBC today, like a pre-World Cup something or other, also means that some of these showdowns, time is of the essence if you want to get involved, because we do have our first game tomorrow. Super exciting. We're almost there. The wait is almost over, all the anticipation, the build-up and everything, and it is almost here. But I do believe today on a Wednesday, like we did see during Team of the Season every single week, I think we're getting a guaranteed player pack or player pick today for the Path to Glory cards, because we had that all during Team of the Season on Wednesdays. It's like guaranteed promo card day for a pack or for a player pick. And we've got the pack that's been added to the code, right? We got an FOF PTG Team 1 player pack. Then we have a basic one that would maybe contain Team 1 and Team 2. So this would be the SBC if we were to get one today. I mean, that feels like it's almost a certain thing that is going to happen, more than just a guess, because that's been happening every single Wednesday. But I wouldn't mind if it was a player pick instead of a pack, just because we had the 93 plus player pick yesterday, and the PTG cards, well, there's a lot of fodder. If they're going to make it a pack, then make it like a 93 plus pack. And sure, if it's a little bit more expensive, if it's like 4 squads instead of 3, I would be there for that, because I'm still chasing Christian Pulisic. I packed James Rodriguez after opening another 600K pack yesterday, which I'm very happy about. I mean, I can't complain. Vinny and James Rodriguez, unbelievable, right? But that Christian Pulisic card, my Captain America, he's only 200K, man. He shouldn't be that difficult to pack, but just like Neymar is also 200K, he kind of is. So we will definitely be doing that player pack SBC today, or player pick, whatever does come out, and we'll be on the lookout for that one. Other than that, we still have the Paqueta that is leaked. I think this might be the last player SBC that has not dropped yet that we did have leaked. We've seen everything else released, and again, I think he should be just as cheap, if not cheaper, than Mazraoui, because the stats there aren't that amazing, but we'll just have to see how that one cooks up in game and what sort of requirements EA are asking for Lucas Paqueta. I don't think there's going to be too much else today on a Wednesday, guys, but honestly, I mean, I'm looking at my token total and I'm seeing 215, and I'm thinking I got to put in a bit of shift today. I got to put in a shift to grind. I got to do the live event that gives good tokens there. I got to do the rush that gives tokens there. If I'm really trying to max out the tokens, which I know is not the whole point of this whole token system, it's play the game the way you want to get the rewards that you want to get and get tokens that you can get. But already working on rivals. This one I'm hoping to save if possible. Got to play some squad battles too. So we got to put in a bit of a grind to get our tokens, that is for sure. But I'm trying to take as many tokens with me as I can into week 2, like we talked about yesterday. So if you've got this done and you've got your 1,000 tokens or even close to 1,000 tokens, actually, this is one thing I do want to pull up to further this conversation at the end of the video here. If you are close to 1,000 tokens, it might be worth not going over. Somebody here posted a screenshot and Rick reposted it yesterday about when you're claiming some tokens. Like this guy here is claiming the 7 matches and rivals 400 token reward. He says it says claiming this reward will result in only 170 tokens, which will put you at the limit of 1,000 because he's already got, it must be like 830. So he claims 400, but only 170 of them count. So if you're able to get 170 somewhere else, or even if you're like a little bit lower than 1,000, if you're at 980, then maybe just not redeem this Rivals Run or Squad Battles Pursuit objective and let the full 300 to 400, or maybe both, go into next week. Because as it still stands, this is going to expire after Rivals Rewards. These do not claim automatically, so you can save these tokens for the next week, week 2, so that you can get your 1,000 tokens even easier. So that's just one thing to think of a little bit as we get closer to those rewards and to people getting 2,000 tokens as soon as potentially tomorrow with the new week for that resetting. So we're going to get active on the market today. We're going to keep trading. I did sell the De Jong that we bought on the video yesterday for about 100,000 coins profit. I bought the Marquinhos, or sold the Marquinhos for a decent bit of profit as well. And then of course now we have this KDB alongside the other ones that I bought at 1.6 mil. I've got one at 1.5 mil because this dude is a coin transfer card. And I like to wait a bit before listing up a card that I know is a coin transfer, just because I'm trying not to sell it to somebody who is still transferring coins. So I may wait a bit on that one. But hopefully these PTG cards start to sky today as well. If they don't, then, man, we're going to be in for some trouble because there is going to be some more panic selling if they don't. But they've got to, right? It is almost time for them to go out of packs and time for them to get some upgrades. So that's going to be the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy it, drop a thumbs up, comment down below if you do have any questions, and of course, subscribe if you're new. We're going to keep working on Neymar, and while I play these games for Rush and Squad Battles and even Rivals, we're going to get this dude worked on. We're going to get his stats up and maybe get him to 96 shooting with that Evo on Friday. I'm still working through my chain. I got to decide, what do I want my Neymar to look like? What other free Evos for chains could be coming out that I want to put him through? Still struggling with all that right now, but I'm excited to use Neymar. I haven't used him obviously in a while. It is exciting what this card has done to this game, like we talked about in the last couple of days. I'll stop yapping, guys. Again, I will see you in the stream today on Wednesday. Have a great day. It's been Nate with Accountancy there. Peace out.